Hi, welcome to my channel, my tiny tube. I'm Margie, I'm Hailka, I'm Empath. I just like having these little talks and the way I feel about things. And today I am just, right now, not today, because I mean, it's late. I should be winding down, getting ready to start my night shift where my spirit wanders, you know. But I feel compelled to have this talk because this is a lot of the stuff that is going to be healed. I'm supposed to help people heal, and when I can't not do that just because I don't feel like it, So I'm going to try and make this as clear as I can because I do have a migraine. I always do. There's about 3 days out of the month that I don't have one. It's because my spine's out of alignment because I used to work too hard. So it's retrograde season. There's what, 5, 6 planets? I don't know. All of astrology is just so fluid. Things are just weird. That's really all there is to it. And I've been thinking about where I was 20 years ago a lot lately. See, because I just got out of basic training. The year was 2000. What happened was, I don't really need to go into the whole sordid detail about how, people like to make you dance. I had to lose like 28 pounds in 2 months, 3 months. Air Force, the recruiter gave me a diet for the that they gave for heart patients so they can lose. They gave me that, and then here's the cabbage soup diet too. So they they don't care how you do it, they just want you to get it done. And I was 26, so I already know the storyline. They tell you, the recruiter will tell you whatever you want to hear to paint a picture, so you sign your soul away to do their bidding for them. I did it too, because see, I wasn't very smart. I didn't think I was very smart. I just never found the right teachers for me all the way. Found a couple here and there. Mr. Holohan from Nova, 1989. Good, solid man. Didn't put up with any, he didn't tolerate any nonsense, Maybe he saw what I was going to be in the future. Who knows? Anyway, so I didn't have a whole lot of options, and I was a drinker. I kept saying, I'm going to go in the Air Force, I'm going to go in the Air Force. And then I got a DUI. 22, 23, 24, still drinking, still couch surfing, not doing anything. Because everything hurt. Everything hurt. My physical pain, my emotional pain from all the stuff that happened to me a long time ago, So that's how I dealt with it. That was my medicine. I self-medicated with that. I tried flour before, and stuff, and that was cool, but it was illegal. And you couldn't get to it. And alcohol, heck, even my brother's freaking best man from one of his first wife got me alcohol when I was 15. He was 17, 18. He had a sister. It was, yeah. And that's the thing, is he'd hang out and freaking, they pray. He'd hang out at the water slides where all the underage kids hang out. Hey, you want some beer, kid? Charge him freaking $20 for a $5 6-pack. Come back freaking. Or I got a bottle of peppermint schnapps, and it was hot, it was warm, it was disgusting. Drank it in about 20 minutes, about the whole thing, and freaking just spent the next 2.5 hours, 3 hours just wondering where my spirit went, throwing up all over the place. Anyway, so I didn't have a lot of options, and finally I had a moment of clarity, and I just, I worked in a movie theater, and it was Christmas Day, and I had walked 12 miles from the movie theater by the Arden Fair Mall in Sacramento out to Roswell, because everyone was mad from drinking too much and being pissy from, living in too much joy from Christmas. So the place I was couch crashing, that's how far it was. And if it weren't for my dog out there waiting for me, I just would have probably freaking slept under a bridge that night, really. And then I was walking past all these houses, and I was looking at all these trash bins full of, wrapping paper and stuff like that, Like, look at all the good people. Another year I wasn't good, man. Another year I wasn't good. So I was like, I'm not going to have another year like that. So that's when it was 1999, I decided I was going to go and back home one more time. Mom, can I come stay with you? All right, but things are going to be different. You can't drink here. Okay, Mom, I'm desperate. All right, so made that, freaking lost the weight, freaking went through hell just to get in. Because I did it all just to go to college, right? just to go to college so I could get a job so I could take care of my mom, because I knew I was going to be looking out for her my whole entire life until she takes her last breath, because I made a promise. See, she was adopted. I made her a promise when I was 15 when she had her stroke and she was stuck in the hospital. Another time she was stuck in the hospital, and I was like, and she's like, please don't put me in here, you know. And I'm like, I won't, Mom. You and me, Mom, we're a team. We'll be together forever. Or until one of our forever, you know, or until one of us transition, you know. So I did what I had to do. So I went in the Air Force. I was 26 years old. So I was old enough to know better. I was old enough to already see the ugly of the world and know that, you know, you can't paint a picture. And I saw the picture that they were trying to paint for these kids, and I just kept my mouth closed, and I just, you know, whatever. You know? And freaking, you know, you think you're safe, you know, being a part of a, you know, the biggest, supposedly the greatest military in the world, but even my social security number was stolen off a laptop. Why social security numbers are on mobile devices, and why mobile devices are allowed to leave Lackland Air Force Base, I don't know, but hey, people do what they want. So I enlist, and I go in the Air Force for age. It was a 6-year enlistment because age is such an advanced career field, see, that you have to go to school for 2 years before you can even start college for yourself. Your upgrade training. So I did that. And I finished my associate's and my bachelor's degree. My enlistment, the last day of my enlistment was 28 November 2006. I finished it the 19 November 2006. Like 9-10 days to spare, man. That was my goal, and I did it. You know, I knew I was never gonna do it because I knew what it was. They would freaking make up, you know. And then okay, so then check this out. So I'm in there, right? And then 9/11 happens, okay? 9/11 happens, right? Well, I get sent over to Crete, right? I got a cool place for some reason. I don't know. I got lucky. The stars were freaking lining up for me that day. I got lucky. I got to go to Crete. That's in the middle of the Mediterranean, y'all. That's right there. Now, I didn't get hazardous duty pay or nothing like that, but the freaking fat guardsmen did that would fly over Saudi Arabia. That's what they all cheat, you know. They fly over, and then they do it at like they do it like 30 minutes there, and then 30 minutes back, and they do it from 11:30 to 12:30 into the next morning. So, and they do it like at the beginning and end of the month. So then they can say for both of those months that they went in a hazardous duty. So it's tax free. Everything's tax free. You know. Enlisted don't even get tax-free, but these extra clubs set it up so they pay themselves, and that's why they initiate all of these flexing muscles and stuff. Now, my story about this is what I saw. Now, I've been through a lot of trauma when I was a little girl. There's all that stuff that the men just said, oh, just get over it, just suck it up, you know, all that stuff that they couldn't handle the emotions themselves if they have gone through that, or maybe they had gone through that, so they shut that part of themselves down. They fragmented and disassociated their spirit, and when it came back, that little boy or, you know, little girl or whatever didn't come back all the way, or came back twisted and demented on the wrong path. So you have all these little nerd boys, right? Have all these little nerd dudes got picked on their whole life, right? You know, and they come from good families, so they get to go to college and stuff. And they hang on to this stuff. They remember all the, you know, all the people that were mean to them and everything. And then they go to college, and then they're like, well, I can go in the military and be an officer, and then I don't have to work hard. You know, or I can go be a doctor, or you know, or go be a lawyer, or go be a professional, but just do it in the military. And then I could tell all those people that bullied me around what to do, and then I could really make them pay. You know? And then they start looking at everybody as people that had did them wrong, and like, oh, you know, and then they said, you know, why was I even there? Why was any of us there in Iraq? What, why? Nobody even knows why? I don't know why I was there. And ask the people why they were there in Vietnam. They don't know why they were there. Why? Or Operation Desert Storm. Ask yourself, why were we at any of these? Because who did what? So why? Oh, so we can manufacture and sell bombs and then use them on impoverished countries halfway across the country that doesn't have anything to do with us, and then we can go back in and be like, oh, We'll help you rebuild, and then you can pay yourselves, you know, and all paying yourselves tax-free, like 250. These contractors, they're all contractors. They pay themselves 250, 300, you know, to blow stuff up, to play demolition boy like they're little boys on the, you know, these like little boys, you know. And the thing of it is I was at Crete, okay? Now Crete was where they all came back from. When that first wave that goes in to swing the wiener, this is who we are, where we are, and we're here to show you, and we're gung-ho, and they just, you know, pump them up full of adrenaline, and just, yeah, you know, and they get totally void of spirit, and then they spin them up like a top, and they just let them off, and then they went in and just freaking, just killed people, just kill, right? These are kids 18, 19, 20 years old, just doing what they're told, and then their freaking spirits fragment, because you don't take a life. So all that programming that they did, as soon as they did it, it was instantly decimated, and they instantly know that they're lied to, instantly. And that's a reality that's hard to take, because it was hard for me to see. I'm an empath. I was flightline support, so I was supporting flightline, so I was a spectator. They had 500 Marines come in after that first wave, and then they didn't have any place to put them. They didn't have any work, so they were on base for like I don't know, it was like days, weeks. It seemed like forever. And 500 men in an Air Force hangar, in an old beat up hangar, and they were just sleeping everywhere, and they were just having to realize that they just had to kill all these people, and then they have to sit there and think about it. And then when they released the base open, like gave them liberties to freaking, so I could go down to the bowling alley and drink some beers, they freaking the base, they had to close, they had to shut, the base commander had to shut everything down, because the Marines went crazy. They went crazy because their spirits fragmented. And then they come back, then we come back here. Now I didn't have to hurt, I didn't directly, but I brought the equipment. I even gave a pilot a ride to a B-1 bomber, because I was just trying to be nice. I saw a guy walking across the street, and I didn't even think about this until I did a video, and you can see how it hit me. Is that I saw a guy walking across the flight line, I pick him up, and I gave him a ride to the B-1 bomber, and I was like, can I go up into the cockpit? Because I'm programmed. Ooh, gadgets. Ooh, billion-dollar machines, ooh, you know, bells, whistles, ooh, fast, ooh, and I went up, and then I just got this, like, that pilot killed how many people? Innocent people that were just, like, living their lives and stuff, you know, and then me and my brothers and my sisters in arms come back here. And then fast forward 20 years, after they tell us to do things out of reasons that aren't true, for self-serving reasons, and then we come back here, and then you say, wear a mask. And I say, I won't wear a mask because I went over there to support an idea of freedom that you imposed, and you lied, so now I don't believe in you anymore. They did the same thing to kids 18, 19. I was old enough to know better. These kids weren't. They were just doing what their families did, but wasn't quite the same way, you know? And so now you have all these broken spirits that don't feel like they deserve to feel joy or love because of things that they did just because they were doing their job, because they were trying to take care of their family. And you know what my karma is? I'll tell you what my karma is right now. Do I get to use my college degree? I don't use my college degree. It hangs on the wall. It connects us. Bachelor of Science degree.
Because I'm taking care of my mom, but it's just me and I got nobody else, and I can't leave her for more than 2-3 hours at a time. So I took a $67,000 pay cut, put out, and I'm just trying to figure out how to do it. And then I'm just like, all these spiritual readers, all these talkers are talking about, like, their purpose and their goal, and I am supposed to go in to the darkness with my brothers and sisters that did things because they were told to. And I'm going to help you find your inner child that has been fragmented and hidden away. And I'm going to help you heal that inner child. And your inner child is going to be reunited with the most present version of yourself. And the world will become whole again. That's my purpose. So this message is for somebody specific. And it's a storyline. It's a storyline I know all too well. Okay? And then a lot of these men, they're being triggered too. Because they're just remembering they're getting yelled at and screamed at, and it's like, it's putting them right back there. And it's like, they did that over there, and now they're getting it here. And this is what needs to stop, that people need to stop profiting from making up military conflicts. The arms race needs to end. The egos, your watch is over. That's all I got for now. Hope you have a rad evening. Peace.